G'day folks, welcome to a nice little Tuesday afternoon. A little bit of rain and that sort of thing going on, but overall not too bad. Just very busy at work as usual, that sort of thing. It's always fun when they dump things on you to do and tell you, oh, that's got to be finished by Friday. And the problem is there's half a dozen other things in front of it, and it takes a good day and a bit to finish the thing that they want done by Friday, so this is going to be another fun week. That's the problem when scheduling withholds information for too long, and they've got a habit of doing it, so we've got to work through this. Yeah, things are going to get fun at work fairly soon. Well, they already are, it's constant, but it's more when scheduling decides to hold stuff back and cause other problems. It just starts getting a bit much. I don't know, maybe it's time for another job. I'm in a good job though, it's very local. So, yeah, I don't know, a couple more years and I'll be able to get long service leave, so that'll be awesome. I'll get full long service leave. I think it's about $2,800 worth or something by default. So, it's well worth staying the extra couple of years. Anyway, enough rambling about work. What's been going on? As you can see on the monitor, little Betty's out the front waiting for a temp reg permit that I just bought before. Another $76 or whatever it is for 28 days, a whole month. Let's hope that's the last time I need a temp reg permit and I can finally get her on the road. The Micra is sold, which is awesome. One of my subscribers bought that one. He's not far away either, so he can come and put the engine mount and stuff in, because I sold it fairly cheap with rego still on it, but the condition is he's got to put the mount and all that stuff in it. There's a radiator and hoses still in the back, so it's a fun little project for him to work on. Yeah, so that's sorted. I'm just going to type up a receipt and all that sort of stuff tonight and actually do the deal when we get time. It's not a big rush, but that'll also provide a bit of money to get my RAV4s sorted out. And it'll also free up another spot in the backyard, so there's always possibility of other vehicles. I would like another small SUV just to keep as a junker, but the trouble is they're so hard to find one that you can really bring yourself to destroy. There was a Kia Sportage at the local wrecker not long ago, but again, I had 4 cars at that point. I still had the Daewoo back then. I think I'd just gotten rid of the Daewoo, but I still had enough other cars around, so I didn't bother trying to buy it as a mobile parts bin. But now that little car's died and gone to scrapyard heaven, it is there's an opening, or soon to be 2 openings, for another car to store stuff in. I don't want to pile stuff in the back of Blue Rav, because Blue Rav's in remarkable condition for a $1,500 car. And yeah, I'm definitely going to get that one on the road next, but I don't know, I'll keep an eye out. Pick up something junky like an old Kia Sportage or a you never really see Honda CR-Vs going to scrap, which is a bit unfortunate because they're pretty big. They're a lot bigger than a RAV4, or reasonably bigger. Yeah, old junk Honda CR-V would make a nice storage unit. Just gut the interior and go from there. That's sort of what I was expecting Blue to be like. I was expecting Blue to have cigarette smoke and dirt all through the interior and everything. I only had 3 exterior photos when I bought it, and that was it. But basically I got an unexpected gem, rather than a piece of junk that I could rip the engine out of and use the rest as or swap the engine with Betty and use it as a junk storage car. But didn't happen that way, and now I have another awesome RAV4 with all the options, or most of the options. Low kilometre engine, ABS, ABS airbags, just good stuff. Does need a bit more TLC, but again, $1,500 RAV, not going to complain about that. There are a couple more on car sales at the moment for about $2,200 to $2,500. Some of them around Victoria, New South Wales, that sort of thing. So if you are in Australia and you are interested in a little mini SUV, the RAV4s are coming up cheap on car sales. Rarely do they come up as ridiculously cheap as Blue did, but yeah, yeah, if you want a starting car with no roadworthy, you do all the legwork on it, you can get them for like $2 grand. I think Betty costs 2.5 and Blue cost 1.5, so that's even more of a steal. I couldn't remember how much I paid for Betty, to be honest. I thought I paid 1.5 for each of them, but I actually paid 2.5 for her. So yeah, little Blue's kind of lucky to be here. Anyway, yeah, this thing, not sure what to do with this thing. I'm going to mount it on a stand anyway. I'll make a micro extruder. I've got to get it in such a way that I can heat the barrel up and then thrust the screw all the way forward to purge out the material that's in the front here, because there's a solid slug of PVC in there, and there's also partly melted PVC and granules going to the flights of the screw. It's a very small screw, but you got to be able to get it heated up, push it forward, and then drive it to wind out any excess material, melt it and purge it out, and purge it out with polyethylene. With being PVC, it's still giving off chlorine. There's actually little globules of liquid in there, which seems to be hydrochloric acid. It's the chlorine coming out of the PVC mixing with ambient moisture, and it's also all over the nozzle wherever that went. So I've got to clean and decontaminate and purge this thing really well, because PVC, or soft PVC in particular, is very nasty to metals and that sort of thing. It destroys metals. I hate to think what the rest of the screw is like. I've got to push the screw all the way out. I think it just drives off a little, like a beaver tail dog in there. So if I release these screws and the little locking coupling, I should be able to push forward and the screw itself should come all the way out. Looks like there's also a couple of locking collars on there as well. There's a gland on the back that could be released. Actually no, that'll hold the whole barrel in. I could pull the entire barrel off and possibly remove the screw from the back, but I'd say more than likely the screw has to come out the front. I can't remember. I think on your average extruder it comes out the front. So yeah, anyway, that's that one. That's from the Battenfeld injection moulding machine. Nice heavy bit of equipment too. It's a lot heavier than it looks. It's all solid steel. Same with that. That's one milled steel block with a combination of ram cylinders in it and bearings. You've got centre ram for pushing the screw. You've got these rams for moving the entire nozzle back and forth and engaging the back of the die. And you've also got... no, it's only the two. There's 2 ports for the main rams. There's 2 ports for the screw to inject the material, and there's 2 ports for the hydraulic motor that drives the screw. So yeah, neat bit of gear. We'll work through the rest of that later. I'm going to pile more stuff up here and do another resort and work through some of the dregs of the big cleanup, because there are still boxes that need to be sorted or allocated elsewhere, and go through all that sort of stuff. And my good friend Alex993cc1 was nice enough to send me some gifts. Got 3 146GB Ultra 320 drives and caddies for these IBM servers, so I can pop those 3 64 gigs out and throw those in there. I also want to get the bigger case going, because I think that will hold a full rack of 6 drives, and I think that one will only hold maybe 5 if I pop out some of those expansion blanking ports there. Or even that, no, that's one solid piece. I might not even be able to pop anything out. But yeah, I'd like to get one of those servers to the point where it can hold 6 drives. And he also sent me his old rattle gun, which is supposedly more powerful than these generic China ones. This does a reasonable job. They're definitely not the gutsiest 1/2-inch drive rattle gun, but apparently this one's much better, so I'll do a comparison one day. I'll get the torque wrench out, torque up some wheel nuts on the RAV4 and see which one breaks them free the easiest. Set them all to a normal torque and then rattle, rattle, rattle. Also comes with the mag wheel sockets, which have a acetal or Teflon sleeve over them. Really nice. They're coloured chrome plated, chrome moly steel. Very good. And extra air fittings, which I need more of. Well, I found some the other day, but it's always good to have more of those Nitto fittings. Yeah, I found these in the drawer the other day. So that's all good. I'm pretty sure Alex sent me these ones as well. I ended up putting them in the top drawer and forgot about them. Don't put things away too well or you'll never find them again. That's the problem with workshops like this. At least cleanup gives me an opportunity to find things that I didn't know I had. And as you can see, it's already cluttered a bit down here. It's just stuff that has to be re-examined and re-sorted. And given the amount of rainy days we're going to be getting, that's going to be happening soon, and more stuff's going to go. Not good stuff, junky stuff, like there's a fax down there, and there's a plasma in the back corner, and there's an LCD there. Jay already has his name on the boards from it, so the boards aren't up for grabs unless you want to buy them off him. But we will give the panel a bit of hell before it goes. It still runs, still powers up, it's just the panel's been buggered when someone moved it. So we'll power it up, give it some hell with a compressed air gun and a handful of birdshot and see what happens. Just shove a bit of birdshot down a little air blow gun and a piece of pipe and pop. See if we can make some little pock marks in the panel and probably cover myself in ricocheting shot. Yeah, that'll be fun. There'll be little lead pellets everywhere. Anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more, including this little gem. Now you tell me what that is. I'm not going to tell you. Tell me who made that one and when.